Weekly market update: Trump tariff impact April 1st week. Hey everyone, welcome back to your weekly dose of market updates. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram IDIV discussions. You might not want to post in the comments. Also, hit that bell icon to stay updated with future videos. Today, we re-diving into a hot topic: Trump's new tariffs, and how they could reshape the global markets, and especially what it means for us here in India. Tariff breakdown. Let's start with what these tariffs actually are. The U.S. has introduced reciprocal tariffs, aiming to correct trade imbalances. A baseline 10% tariff is applied on all imports, effective April 5, 2025. China gets hit the hardest with a 54% tariff, India much lower at around 26%, and the EU and UK 20% and 10% respectively. However, essential items like pharma, semiconductors, copper, and energy products are mostly exempted. Positives of the tariff. There are two sides to this coin. Here are 5 potential benefits. 1. Protection for United States of America industries. Boosts local manufacturing. 2. Reduced trade deficits. Cuts unfair advantages from countries with lower tariffs. 3. Increased domestic production. Could bring manufacturing back from countries like Vietnam and Mexico. 4. Negotiation leverage. Could force countries like China to renegotiate trade deals. 5. Higher government revenue, which helps manage U.S. debt and borrowing needs. So if used wisely, these tariffs can be a bargaining chip, not just a punishment. The negatives, but here's the dark side. 1. Rising consumer prices. Tariffs equals inflation. 2. Risk of trade wars. Other countries will likely retaliate. 3. Strained global relations could create long-term geopolitical rifts. 4. Disrupted supply chains, especially for electronics, auto parts, etc. 5. Impact on small businesses. Those relying on cheap imports may struggle. If this escalates, markets could go into panic mode. Remember, uncertainty equals volatility. India's strategic opportunity. With lower tariffs than most Asian peers, Indian exports might become more competitive globally. Companies may shift manufacturing to India to avoid higher tariffs. India can fill gaps in disrupted supply chains, especially in textiles, pharma, and auto components. We have a window to strengthen bilateral ties with the United States and attract more FDI, but the ease of doing business still needs massive improvement for us to really capitalize on this. Market strategy. So what should you do as an investor? Stay cautious on small and micro caps. They won't see inflows soon. Focus on banks, finance, and metals. These still look healthy, despite short-term corrections. Track the U.S. 10-year yield and dollar index. They read the 2 most important indicators in this cycle. And finally, remember, markets climb the wall of worry. Lest there's a sharp 15 to 20% crash in the U.S., the broader markets will adjust. Keep assessing the market week to week, not day to day. Until next time, stay informed, stay invested, and keep that long-term view.